Okay, so I'll be inviting Sylvia. Oh, she's there. She's going to be coming. She's on a phone call, so I'm going to invite Sylvia later. And I also have the principal of Talanta Institute, who's also going to be here with us, and he's going to be sharing from a lecturer's perspective. So, yeah, Sylvia, maybe you can come so that once we take it over to the students, we can give them time. So we are not going to do group work because of time. And I want a timekeeper from the students. Please, who's going to be to volunteer to be our timekeeper? Because a discussion can get heated. And then it's 9:49. We have to finish this thing. We have to finish it at 10:45 so that we can have a 15 minutes break, yeah? So I'm hoping we can be really quick with our comments. Is that okay? Sawa. So Sylvia, I want to invite you to share your experience as a lecturer in KCA. What were the challenges you encountered? What were the innovations you experienced? And what's your basic experience of the blended method of training? Thank you.
Morning everyone. Ni Friday, tuchangamke kidogo. Ni Sylvia Wambogo, a lecturer here at KCA University, specifically for camera units. I have specialized in the area of camera operations and cinematography. It being a practical unit was tough when we were told we had to move to online studies, because how do you teach camera online? If it's writing, I believe it's easy. Everyone has a pen and a book wherever they are, right? But for camera, if I'm teaching the video camera that we're using, for example, today, how many have access to it? Because that's the whole beauty of being in school. We have the products, the camera is here with us. We teach, you take them, you work with them, and you get to learn. So I think the challenge was that, now, how do I teach these students, and how do they get access? But the beauty about it all is we have tutorials, okay, on YouTube. If I'm working with a specific, let's say the Canon XA11 camera, there's a particular tutorial on that specific camera whereby they give you all the angles, all the specifications, then we work hand in hand. At the same time, wherever you are, whether you're in Nairobi, Nakuru, Mombasa, you can still access that YouTube page. We work together. So I believe that made it a bit easier to work with, and we embraced our mobile phones. Right now we are seeing so many short films that are winning, that are shot on mobile phones. So now we appreciated them. How can we just use the mobile phone in a professional way? Now we learned there are actually settings in those cameras that you can tweak and make wonderful films.
Thank you very much, Sylvia, for sharing. And now I'm going to take the discussion to the room. We are not going to divide into groups, so we are going to start with the first question. First of all, I am hoping that we all understand what blended learning is. If you understand what blended learning is, or do we need to define that? Yeah, so maybe I'll ask anybody who wants to tell us what blended learning is. Two people. Anyone?
There we go. I think blended learning is where you combine both physical and virtual classes.
Anyone else?
Okay, in my opinion, I think it's the same thing where we can have physical learning and virtual learning.
I think we all know what blended learning is, yeah? So I want to hear your blended learning experience. And first of all, I just want to know, as students, how were you able to manage the situation where you were used to physical classes and then there's COVID-19 and then all these systems have been put up and now you have to do learning online. How did that work for you? So who wants to go first? When you talk, please introduce yourself. Tell us which institution you come from and what you're studying, eh?
My name is Dave Rono. I'm a film trainer and I'm a student at ADMI. So my opinion, okay, my experience with blended learning wasn't really great. So when COVID came in March 2020, I had to take a gap year from school, like to just go home and wait for this whole thing to settle down. A gap year, which was from March to March 2021. So in March 2021, I was supposed to resume back to ADMI. I felt like my course, films and TV productions, really needed the physical part for me to understand well. As much as I'm doing the experience with other jobs and it gives me the experience, I just wanted that if I'm going to school and I'm going to go and learn about film, let me learn it physically. That was my opinion. Yeah. So I after the gap year, I resumed in this year. Yeah. I felt like doing it online, doing the course online, didn't really work out for me, because okay, so like for example, let me use an example. Like so physical classes, we come to class and we have these practical lessons, in which for me I feel like I understand that better than just being told, okay, here's a link, go watch this YouTube video. Do you have a camera? I have a camera. Yes. Can you try it out? I would prefer probably to come to class. If I have a question, I'll ask the teacher. For any clarification, I'll ask the teacher. Yeah. So I just decided, let me take a gap year. But during that gap year, I was still practicing film. I still did some short films. Yeah.
I want to hear another experience. KCA University, someone?
Hello, my name is Sharon Chalangat. My experience was half bad, half good. I understood the theory part of what we were being taught, but executing the practical part was where it was a bit hard. For example, if you are told to shoot a short film, you had to be the director, the actor, the editor, you had to do everything on your own, because your classmates are so far, the classmates you work with normally and share the roles are so far away from you, so you have to do everything on your own. And also lack of equipment that the school provided. We had to shoot with our phones, which, as our lecturer Sylvia said, you could play with the settings of the phone, but some of the, let's say, not all of us, but some of us have untweakable phones. Yeah, so camera quality was horrible. Yeah, that's what I have to say. I I did what I could. I used all the resources I had with me. I used my family, my friends. I asked them to help me out, though they didn't know what they were doing, but I just took them through what they could do to help me, and they did. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much for sharing. And remember, you can react to what somebody else said, eh? Or ask them a question, because we want to just hear your opinion about the blended running. Anybody else wants to give an experience? Yeah, give me the mic. So Samuel?
Oh, hi.
From which school are you from? KCA, okay.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
I'm Samuel Kahuranjoroge, and I'm so much privileged to be here. I'm an actor, film director, all of that I learned it from YFP Africa, courtesy of Madam Rachel and some other African personnels. Yeah, at first it was quite challenging. I took it as a scam. Yeah, you know, the notion of that online is a scam. It's something like, it is something that you cannot truly believe in. You know, we are Kenyans, and that's one of the per se things that we have. But it was quite a great experience, and also challenging as well, because to start with, I remember us being given an assignment whereby we are supposed to produce a film, a short film that is, and then submit it. And to make it even much more challenging, you're acting with people who are not close to you. You're acting with people from other countries. You're given the assignment to do the pre-production, the production aspect of it, and also the post-production. You can now imagine, I'm in Kenya, I have another friend in, let's say, like Tanzania. I don't know where exactly he is. I don't know if he's doing his assignment or not. I'm not that quite sure. It was that challenging, but we came about it, and we sorted the issue out, whereby, you know, what we did was that you need to be responsible. That was the first aspect you have to take in it. We had to be responsible in everything that we're doing. And yeah, we went, we did the thing, we completed the whole mission, and now we're here. And I'm still loving the blended learning, and it's a great experience. Thank you.
Hi guys, my name's Levi. I'm from KCA University. So my experience was challenging. So I'll start with, basically I'm a town guy. So during that corona period when schools were closed, somehow nilijipata nimeenda Uta. Nikafungiwa huko, singeweza kurudi juu there was lockdown. Now the issue began when I had to do my projects. So we had like a documentary and a short film to shoot. I remember when I went to talk to my people huko, and I'm new. I'm like new huko, mimi ni mgeni huko. So hao watu wakikusikia unaongea Sheng Kiswahili, they think umeomoka, juu umezoea kuongea mother tongue. So the moment nawaambia nataka kushoot hii film project, they think it has money. So huwezi jielezea, first of all, you don't know their language. Huwezi watetea, huwezi jitetea, huwezi fanya kitu kaa hiyo. So unapata film yako ni no budget, ni 5 minutes. Ukianza waambia ni kitu ya shule, wanadhani wewe uko serious, uko na jokes mingi sana. So it was really hard kupata wasi wa kukusaidia kufanya the projects. But I took it as a challenge. I saw it as an opportunity, because what if I went somewhere else? For example, what if I'm shooting a documentary and I have to travel to a place kama Garissa? How will I convince them to help me, and I don't know their local lingo, their mother tongue? So I decided, maybe because I like traveling, kila place naenda, I try teach myself a new language, just a bit, ya salamu na kuomba maji. And then, yeah, so that's how the experience was for me during this corona period. And
I'm seeing we have 2 tables here. I think we can quickly, also to encourage other people to open up, the shy people, I think we can break away into 2 sessions. Some people will come here where Sylvia is, here. You just come with your seats around here, and the other people will go there. And what I want you guys to discuss is, what are the challenges of blended learning, and what proposed solutions do you think we can put? Because we find ourselves in this space where this has to be the new normal, isn't it? And we want to really hear your voice about, because I believe this summit is about solutions, isn't it? It's about getting solutions and getting the message across, so that
we can all improve as trainers and also as students. So I believe in the table where you go in, quickly nominate a secretary. And once you nominate that secretary, they'll take the notes and they'll give us a report. And I just want you to quickly discuss challenges and solutions so that we move faster. And also network. Just get to know who's sitting next to you and what do they do, okay? And also get to hear from the professionals. So we are lucky to have different people in the room who are going to chip into those discussions. So I'm going to ask you guys to just stand up and follow your instinct and go to whichever table you feel like going to. Just stand up, and then you're going to be in this table. Sorry, Martin. Yeah, Martin, you'll convene this table. Sylvia will convene this one. You can pick your chair and go anywhere you typically feel like. So we're going to have like 30 minutes. We discuss, and then we can present our findings.